What's up, Bars Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Dropping Bars, and I have an exciting episode for you. I am very excited for this guest that I am about to chat with. My special guest today is none other than Mrs. Tricia Grant Lewis. Miss Tricia Grant Lewis, many of you Grenadians may know her. You may have heard her name before, I'm pretty sure. And I'm so excited for this conversation. So, Tricia, welcome to Dropping Bars.
Thank you so much, Kimron, for having me. I really appreciate it. And hello, everybody out there dropping bars. It is today. I am super excited to be on your program. I've always looked at it. And I'm like, one day I am going to be there and Kimron is going to be interviewing me. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Amazing. Let's just jump right in. For the maybe like 2 or 3 people that's watching that don't know who Tricia Grant is, because I'm pretty sure everybody would have heard the name Tricia Grant before. Can you share your background with us? I know that you're a fashion icon. You model. I mean, pageantry is your thing. That's how I knew you from before. So share your background with me in terms of how you got started in fashion and in pageantry.
Well, a little bit about myself. Today, I'm actually a mom and of amazing 5 beautiful children, and 2 that also, through marriage, that's 7. And being a mom was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I am also very God-fearing, a fashion designer, and happily married, by the way. To jump right into my pageant world back in the day, I actually got started when I graduated high school. And the reason I did it is because my mom's, the late Sandra Grant, she was one of the, and to me still is the best designer I have ever met. And I always remember growing up as a child, I thought my mom's work was not given the due attention and respect it deserved. And I graduated high school. I thought I needed a break, first of all. And I thought, one better way than to do this in pageant and competition and modeling where I can wear her stuff and bring it out there. So it really did start. The love of pageantry started for me as a daughter wanted to do something for my mom. And she also shared with me, that she didn't get to do a lot of stuff, had me kind of young, one of those stories. And so I just really wanted to be able to give her back something. So that's the reason I actually got into pageant to begin with. And I was just about 18 and I did it for like 7 years and I nailed it. I absolutely loved it. And I was a bit of an introvert, so it was also a new experience and very shocking the way I was actually embracing all of this pageant attention and world, but I loved it and I kept doing it. And that's pretty much where pageantry and the love of pageantry stems from. Because I was pretty much a tomboy as well, so pageant was the last thing on my mind. It's just night after night, year after year. I'm looking at my mom. I'm looking at everything. I'm like, no, I got to be able to do something for her. I want to take my mom's work out there to the world. And so that really provided that platform for me. And I fell in love with it. And a lot of the time is because I won. and then I was like, Mom, you did it. You have stopped up by stress, but evening wear. And it was even super fun walking away with all the titles, most of the time to the pageant. So yeah.
That's so amazing. And what you spoke about your mom and her fashion work and all her designs. And you now are pretty much doing the same thing. So I want to believe that the fashion side of you also came from your mom.
Absolutely. It came a lot from my mom and my grandmother and my great grandmother. So I'm like 4 generations of fashion designer. However, my dad actually had a bit of, designing skills in him. And I always remember him and my mom working close along together. So, and I think that's the thing about creative persons. They're very diverse. It's just that, you find something that you really click with and you narrow in on it. But so it's pretty much my dad as well, but a long generation from my mom.
Okay. And what was your most, what was your most memorable experience during your pageantry career?
My most memorable experience would have been the JC's Caribbean pageant that I entered some years ago and won. And the reason for that, the stage was huge and the lights was, lights, camera, action. Like I've done pageants before that, but that one was on an international level. I did capture the title and it was the I think it was almost 30 years. I believe my memory serves me correct. Before seeing that Grenada had entered that pageant, the person who had entered was the former Miss World, Jennifer. Jennifer, yeah.
Yes.
And Jennifer Hostin, yes. And after her, it was me. And I thought those were pretty cool heels to feel. And the fact that I actually went out there won, people were so warm and welcoming. I always remember Antigua. And my dad actually flew to Antigua to help my mom build my costume. That was another thing because, fathers normally will take a back seat, but that pageant is where I really saw my dad put his all into it. And the costume was amazing. And I remember one thing in particular, Kimron, when they crowned me, I did not see anything. I just saw light and my father's face. And he was so proud. And that made that moment stay with me because, he's dead today. And I always remember, because he wasn't really a man of a lot of words. My dad was not the conversationalist type of person. But I never forgot that. And I remember when he was dying, he said to me, literally, he said, I want you to know I was always proud of you and I'll never forget. I never forgot JC. And so it is one of the best, memory I have.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And thank you so much for sharing that. And one of the things that I know about you, I know that family and motherhood are things that are very important to you. When you started, you said that you were a mother, you were a wife. Family is very important to you. So talk to me about that. Why is family so important, such a big part of who you are?
Well, first of all, I grew up with a large family. A sibling, so always had people in my space, and these people were very close to us, regardless they were not related to us by blood. So people and family is something that is it has been cultivated in me from a very young age. And then my parents, they have done such an exceptional job as parents that I really always wanted to do that. Like, you ask a kid, what do you admire about your mom or dad? And for me, it was the love they gave us and the values they instilled in us. And it always made me feel super special and like I could do anything no matter what it is. And I've always dreamt about being able to do that for an individual. And then, so it's something that actually my pageant career sort of was a bit short. I mean, 7 years, we come done 10, but I just remember being in a hotel room and thinking to myself, I want a family. Like I want a kid. And, I definitely did not drift away from that. As a matter of fact, I can remember almost every pageant they asked me, I would say, I want to be a mom. I'm looking forward to having like at least 7 kids or 5, but they're looking, no, you're not. But that's where it stemmed from. It was what my parents passed on, and I wanted the opportunity to pass that on. And especially when I actually gave birth to my firstborn, Glory, and I looked at this little person, I thought, wow, that's, this is amazing that you get someone and you can instill values and you can help this person set a foundation. And it just got more and more intensified, from that moment, wanted to be a mom. Family, of course, as well, is very important. I do believe that as a mother, and I'm speaking from a married woman's point of view, not a single mom. I actually outsuck at being a single mom. As a family, that family unit, father, mother, children, it is very important to me because of what we strive for. And legacy is something that needs to be sent down. The foundations need to go down with your children. It's just as a parent, you have to be able to understand how you're going to put these pillars down, not, trying to push something on your children. And so it's one of the reasons that, our careers, both my husband and I, it may seem like it's on a slow pace, but it is deliberate, because what we definitely didn't want to happen was our family life to be obstructed. And so, because if that happens, Kimron, what are we fighting for? Like, why are we going through all of this? And in order for it to yield and be fruitful to the other generation, it will only, I think it's only fair that it comes from your own line, so to speak.
Thank you for sharing that. And I believe that, I mean, for me at least as well, that family, the family unit is so important, and it's one of the foundations of our society. So I totally agree with you on that. Now, you are about to embark on a new pageant after many years. You are going to be representing Grenada at the Miss International Elegant Mothers pageant. And
Yeah.
so tell me about that pageant. What is it all about? Like what's happening there?
Well, what's happening is this. I want to just give you a little backup story. My husband actually was saying to my kids, "Look, your mom was the bomb in the day, and we didn't even have internet, and she's known because the kids are always like, oh my God, mom, everybody knows you." And that same week, I was actually praying, and I was like, God, fashion is really ruling the world, but I see there is an avenue that we can use it to mend or to heal. And it's something I've prayed a lot about because it was a very, up and down journey with me being a designer and becoming a child of God, getting to know God. And boom, on my screen, my husband and I was going on, and we found an invitation from a friend of mine. Sorry, Tricia Better, an amazingly check her out, her work out. And the pageant was basically for mothers. And we're looking at it, and I'm like, whoa, really? And the nature of it's actually a platform where they want to empower women. So that's what the cause is about, and mothers in particular. And I'm like, okay, this is fashion, this is pageant, this is everything I've dreamt about. And even when I reached out to the committee after my husband signed me up, my husband is also my chaperone. And the reason we did this is because pageant takes a lot of time. And if, I had to get into everybody else's space, I wouldn't have the quality time to spend with my husband and my children. And so because this pageant is about motherhood, it means that I have to spend time with my children doing a lot of stuff for it. And my husband being my chaperone, it just keeps us balanced, right? And so those are also some of the thought process I had put into it before accepting it. And we accepted because of what the potential that lies in such an organization. And having spoken to the director, the owner of the pageant, the brand, he had expressed to me how dear the concept of this is. And I love it because it shows that as a mother, you're no longer tossed aside, and because society and fashion and this whole entertainment world has kind of shown us like, well, after your mom and I'm bordering my 50s, Kimron, and, I didn't think I did too bad, 5 kids, a marriage, and fight the struggles. And what this pageant does is it gives us the platform to go there and show other women, look, this is a product. I'm this product, motherhood. And you can do it too. And how can you also help inspire me to keep your mom a better person at the end of the day? How can we all come together to take the show and harness it into something that, mothers and women throughout the entire world, like the Miss Universe pageant, we can look up to. We can, go into this and come away with something. So that is why we were drawn in our brand. As you know, I'm a fashion designer. We campaign a lot and we structure a lot of our work around family. And that's what I really love about this platform and this pageant. And getting back on the stage, it is like skittles and sparkles in one bag. I am so psyched.
Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited to be cheering you on. So tell me, why do you think it's important for like mothers and for motherhood to be celebrated in this way on such a big stage and big platform?
Right. I am actually happy you asked me that. And that's it. You said it. Mothers should be celebrated, celebrated. And I don't really see that happening a lot. And I think I'm not blaming anyone. I think it's life, it's anxiety, it's frustration, it's a lot of different things. And so we just need this one moment to just, be celebrated, told, appreciated, and let it be something that is happening, or it's just something inside of our head. My husband actually wrote a song, and I used it because it speaks to me so much on this platform. It's called Celebrating Life. And for us and for me as a fashion designer, this was the perfect opportunity where I can not just celebrate my life as a mother, but encourage and, share the stage with other women who are on this journey with me. And in that way, we come together and we show persons, this is what it's all about. It's about being able to have no limits, pretty much. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, so please don't misunderstand me, for persons out there. Of course, we have to have some sort of limit, but there's just, as I said, I'm born in my 50s. I've had 5 children, given birth to 5 children, married them, we're building our company. And here, I'm going up on a stage and I'm going to wear a sash and get all cute and be a role model, a pageant person. And you didn't really see that back in the day. So I'm really grateful for this. And this is why I want to share with mothers out there. There is nothing you can't do if you don't put your mind to it and just keep believing and stay grounded in God.
And so you said that more than once now. You said you're bothering 50. You spoke
Yeah,
about having you spoke about having your 5 kids, your marriage, and so
yeah.
you spent 7 years in the world of pageantry, and you're now going back on the big stage. I know you said that you're excited and so, but like I mean, like outside of like just the excitement, like how I tell me about the overall feeling and vibe you get just kind of getting back into pageantry after so many years. Like,
I'll tell you. I remember when they accepted me. Like my husband and I filled out the registration, and they said you're accepted for 3 days, Kimron. 3 whole days. I was jumping up and down in my house like a kid in Candyland.
I
And at
love it.
the end of the third day, I said, honey, I am so excited. He looked at me like, you think you should see yourself. So it was actually, I think in that moment, I also realized, like, I really love this. And I super missed it. Like, I did miss it. I mean, I have no regret, but it's the first opportunity I got that was, it catered to what I wanted as a mom and everything. I took it, and it just was amazing. And then the other thought that came to my head, I was saying to my sons, it's, when you graduate school and you have those little moments in school where, you wanted to tell the teacher something, but you were a kid, and it's like, if I was grown now, I'd handle this differently. I'm like, this experience, I'm coming back in the game with all of this. Oh, I have no idea. I am so ready. And then looking at the response from the people, because they posted the video on the platform, the pageant platform. By the way, people, please go onto the pageant platform, like and share. We'll share the link. It has to be from the platform. You have to like and share. This is also going to help me get extra points. I need every point. So, it was just from just looking back from there, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So and the closer the pageant gets, you would think, probably I'll get a little cold feet. I thought so. I'm like, no, I want to get there. I want to come on this stage like, whoa.
Yes, and you're gonna bring that title back to Grenada. Yes,
I'll bring it back. I will bring it back. I'm definitely gonna bring it back.
absolutely. And so I mean, like you just said, people, if you're listening to this, go share the video, go and look at the Miss International Elegant Mothers Pageant Facebook page. Look for Tricia Grant Lewis video and share it, like it, comment, because that actually helps her gain points towards the final score. And we definitely want to bring that picture back to Grenada. As a matter of fact, I think in one of our conversations, you mentioned that if you win, when you win, that the pageant itself will be held in Grenada the next year. So generally, the winner of the pageant, it's actually held in that person's country the following year. So which means that we can get an international pageant next year when you win this year.
Absolutely. And I think that provides a really great opportunity for Grenada on a whole. I mean, we could go into like a bunch of organizations that I'm sure could benefit from this somewhere or the other. I've been looking at culture. Culture is something, it's always been there and it's always going to be there. So we can always bring more to it. Tourism, again, this is, more people coming in. We can make this really big, really grand. You have the globalization and everything. I think there is so much room for collaboration with a beauty pageant of this nature. And then you have, of course, education, and you have wellness and health and everything. So there is so much we can tune into. And this is one of the reasons as well, Kimron, like I'm going to go hard because I really see the opportunity that, Grenada itself can get. And we have so many beautiful mothers on this island and fashion forward women that are super intelligent and just so creative. And we're getting this opportunity to harness all of this here on the Spice Island. So why not? I'm gonna go hard.
Go hard or go home.
Exactly.
Okay. So tell me, how can people support you? Whether it's through sponsorship or whether it's just like just general support. Like, how can people support you and support your bid to become Miss International Elegant Mothers Day queen?
Well, there's a number of ways that you can help. For instance, when we were doing the video, we had to collaborate with writers, graphic designers, videographers, makeup artists, hairdressers. It was a massive team, right? So if there's anything creative, if you just even have an idea, you can call us and let us know. How could we do this? And the thing is, we have this platform that as each pageant contestant has to have a platform where they'll be using pretty much for the next couple of months to empower mothers and, pushing the show. And of course, I'm embracing that and I'm looking forward to it. But I'd really like to hear, from some of you, what are your thoughts? What are your ideas? Could we collaborate? Could we do something? Because I'm not the only mother in the world. So, reach out to us. So, you can, we can combine, collaborate. We will have the Tricia Grant Miss Grenada page. We're going to ask you to please all share and follow that page. And so we're going to post most of the pageant stuff there as well. For the actual event, I super need you guys. So need. This is not a joke. And this is probably the competitive side of me. I need you to share the link with the Miss Grenada promotional video from the actual pageant site. And again, we're going to share this link below. You got to like and to share. Of course, let the comments coming. It's not just about myself. It was the amazing team. Look at the work, the details that was put into that. We had such a super team. So we'd like that just to keep encouraging them and to keep moving. Of course, there's always room for, if you want to financially send in something, you can reach out to us. Again, we'll share the numbers because it's, I think this show has about 6 or 8 segments. It's a bit of, the numbers are off my head right now. But so it's a very diverse package. And there's a preliminary night actually where they'll be judging because the show has grown in number this year. And there are a number of segments. And I think what the committee didn't want to lose that concept, because it's really cool. So what they did is they split it into 2 nights. So we have to put in the preliminary nights where they will be judging the talent section. And I believe it's an interview section as well. And then we have the actual pageant night. We're hoping to actually bring the show live as well. So we'd like you, whenever that happens, you can sash up and, get going and support Grenada, support the rest of the Caribbean islands. But click like and share on Miss Grenada link. Thank you very much. We also had some really great songs. My husband is a recording artist, as you may know, and he built some really great songs surrounding the whole pageant and just, empowering mothers of our parents. And so you can check out the link as well. The one that's on my video, it's called Celebrating Life. It's really an instrumental as well. And something really, popped up with this whole padding lines, as husband and wife, it's always important to realize where your strengths and your weaknesses are. And we need to see more togetherness. And, you have the power couple and the couple goals and all of that. But really behind those hashtags, what does that really mean? It means making decisions that will affect, you in a positive way, your family, your circle, your business, whatever it is. And so it kind of just woke both of us up to, certain realities as a married couple moving towards our future, our dreams. And so he did one of these songs. It's called Wake Up My People. And so it sort of embodied that as well, and just Grenada on a whole, because the pageant really as well, we have to push Grenada, that tourism sign and everything. And an island is not just about the beach and the sand. It's about the people and the people's wellness and health. And so that's why I really love that song. So it's something you can check out as well.
Absolutely. Big up Mexico the Messenger.
There you go. Big up Mexico.
Yes. Okay, great. So, Miss Tricia Grant Lewis, thank you so much for coming on, dropping bars, and just chopping it up with me today. Is there anything else that you want to say to the Bars Nation before we wrap up?
Bars Nation, I'd like to say to you, we're going to drop the link with the video, all the information we may have missed here, because I'm talking Kimron's ears off. You'll find it, the date of the show, the venue. You can tune in. We are going to stream the show. We're just not certain where yet. And we'll let you know. Just keep abreast, keep liking, keep sharing. You can also check out my TG Designs fashion brand as well, and my husband's MDM. I'd like to say to my sponsors, to my supporters, to my family, thank you so much for being there. To all the persons who reached out to me on social media, to each one of you who actually took the time to like and click and share and even comment and reach out to me in my boxes, my inboxes. I want to say thank you, because this journey has been, I've had a lot of experience. So thank you, Kimron, for having me on Dropping Bars. Thank you to my team. I can't wait for you guys to meet my team one of these days, by the way. I want to say thank you. And thank you to Grenada. Now let's bring Grenada to the world. Let's bring the spice to the world.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Okay, so Bars Nation, we were talking to Mrs. Tricia Grant Lewis, Grenada's representative for the Miss International Elegant Mothers pageant that's coming up in May. And you can follow Miss Tricia Grant Lewis across social media. And to get more information about the pageant, what she's doing, you can support if you want to provide any kind of support, guidance, sponsorship in any capacity, financial or otherwise. You can reach out to Miss Tricia Grant Lewis. Big up to everybody who is working in the background to help bring this victory to Grenada. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see you back on the pageant stage and bringing that victory home. So, Bars Nation, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Dropping Bars. And again, don't forget to go and check out Miss Tricia Grant Lewis on social media and support her bid to become Miss International Elegant Mother's Day Mother's Queen. So thank you, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Dropping Bars. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the podcast wherever you're consuming the podcast, and on whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, wherever you're consuming this podcast on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review, and again, I will see you next week for another dope episode of Dropping Bars. Thank you, everybody, and see you next week.
Yo, a brighter star representing, dropping bars with Kimron, Korean. It's all about life lesson in a youth. Bob Marley do it with him mouth, Zidane do it with him foot. Never doubt yourself, never lose the focus. Just some more positive content, you know. Fully provision, good meditation, dropping bars and I build the motivation. Yo, Kimron, Korean, every ghetto youth, them a pre-elevation. Stop carry feelings, focus on the arts and craft. Get rid of all malice and dirty art, youth. Work hard, believe in your dreams. These are the motivation tips, dog. Success strategies. Energy follow energies. Negative follow negativity. There is a free will to creativity. It's a journey within. Cause we dropping bars, dropping bars, dropping bars. We keep going hard, going hard, going hard. We keep dropping bars, dropping bars, dropping bars. Dropping bars, dropping bars. We keep going hard, going hard, going hard. Dropping bars, dropping bars.